Assalamu alaikum. So you're going to see two versions of this video. I'm afraid my computer's down, so I'm having to rely on my mobile to get this video to you for the first instance. Now this morning I received a very beautiful motif that I ordered on Wish, and it's in a black and green. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now there's a couple of things that I want to tell you about these motifs before I go on to show you what I'm going to use them on. Okay, so this one, it was free and I paid £2 for delivery. So basically for a motif like this, paying £2 is absolutely a giveaway. The beauty of these motifs is that they're not on any backed up fabric. These have been perfectly cut out, absolutely perfectly cut out. There's no overhanging threads. The embroidery is so delicate and so classy that I can't describe it in words. It's absolutely gorgeous. That's all I can say. This particular one doesn't have a backing of glue, which is a bit of a shame because we're gonna have to iron some Wonder Web onto this to apply it on. In the other motif, we already had the glue applied on, so I'm going to show you what the previous one was. And anyway, this one I'm just showing it you on the black, but what I will do is I think I'm going to be using it on a white fabric, which I will show you a little bit later on. So what I've done with this motif is I've just pressed it and I've just placed it on a black background so you can see a little bit better. Now perhaps I can show you a close-up. And what I'll do is I'll put a link at the bottom of the video, you know, just to help you easily find. Okay, so that's what the motif looks like, and it's absolutely gorgeous. This compared to the designer suits, which is something that I'm going to show you. So what we'll do with this is I will show you what to do with this motif, and when I apply it on, you will just be blown away. So for the moment, what we're going to do is put that away and show you what I've done with one of the other motifs that I bought. So if you watched my previous video, I showed two things that I purchased from Wish. One was this motif. Okay, that's the motif. And the other thing, well, there's three things that I purchased. The other one was this French curve used for cutting the armholes or shaping the dresses and so on. So in this tutorial, what I've done is I've used the curve and I've tried to describe in a way, if you have one of these curves, how you'd go about using it and the best way to get a result like this. Now the result of this is absolutely fabulous. I'd never done a neckline like this, and to, you know what, for a first time to come out so perfect, I was blown away. I was well pleased with this result. I'm working with two cameras, so you know. Now this neckline is something that I copied from one that has been done by tailors, and this was sewn, a dress sewn in Pakistan for me, and I had quite a few of dresses done with this particular neckline, and it's a beautiful neckline, very perfectly done. Obviously these are very highly skilled tailors that charge an arm and a leg. Unfortunately, we don't have that kind of tailoring services here in the UK and in many Western countries. So we have to try and learn and, you know, do the best we can. But there's always advantages to sewing yourself in comparison to sewing with, you know, getting something sewn by the tailors. And I'll give you a little bit of a comparison, okay? I had this done by the tailors. It's on a pure silk fabric, and where they've gone and misjudged is that this kind of fabric can give very easily, and look, that's what's happened. I had only worn this once and it's sort of frayed from the fine seaming, and that's something that, you know what, tailors, when you go and pick up your garment there and then you've got it, and you know they've done their job, and then you've gone home and maybe worn it the once and you've realized that, oh my god, you know, this hasn't worked. Anyway, that's the advantage of doing something yourself. Now this motif, did come with a glue, so all I did was press it into place. I used the darning foot. I was a little bit careless and I didn't use the right color on the white embroidery, so you can tell a bit of the stitching. What I would suggest is, especially on the fine one like that I've just purchased now, I would be extra careful and use the different colors fabric, different color threads as well. I've ironed on some diamonds, you know, and those were also again purchased from Wish. So this is a linen suit. I've used some of my own lace. I've used some black just to lay this with. And you know, the beauty of sewing yourself is the fact that you can sew on cheap comfortable fabrics that you're going to feel comfortable wearing, and that's basically what it is. It's a viscose fabric that I've had lying around, linen fabric that I've had lying around, and I had a dupatta sent to me years and years ago, a chiffon dupatta in black, and I've just paired off the black dupatta with this and the motif from, you know, and I've sewn a trouser with it. So a very pretty suit, lovely chocolatey colour, very comfortable to wear. And I'm going to go on to show you some others that I've purchased, and you know what, I've had for years and years. You know how you stockpile all the beautiful fabrics and you never get around to sewing them because you think you're going to reach that perfection point where you can do the job perfectly. So I'm going to show you those as well. Now unfortunately for the video tutorial of this, I have recorded it, but you are going to have to wait a little while until my computer's fixed and I can upload the video. But anyway, in the meantime, what I would suggest is try out the app and buy the motifs, and then these are far better than the designer suit motifs that you get. So I'm going to come back, watch the video. I've purchased an embroidered suit by Maria B, and this is my daughter's, okay, and I paid £145 for this, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't normally go and buy stuff like this, but she liked it, and I don't like to say no to her, so I get double benefit out of this because I get to show you the pluses and the negatives. There is beauty in these suits, but then you need to have the skills to, you know, make these suits as well. And then I'll show you the pros and the cons of using something like this and using the motifs of what Maria B and other designers supply, and how much effort a tailor has to put into that. So if you want to see what we have in this box, do keep on watching. Watch the next video and I'll show you, give you the comparisons. I've got somebody knocking on the door, so I'm going to see you in a short while with that and a couple of others that I have a deep desire to sew at the moment. It's been quite a while since I've not been sewing, so you know, when you get back into the stride, you sort of get a little bit high and want to experiment and do more. So anyway, join me again soon, inshallah, and I will show you what I will do with the other suits, how I've matched them up and how we're going to design and make those.